week, the city of Los Angeles was being terrorized by one of the worst arson sprees in history. After the community, the fire department, and all of law enforcement came together, our first guest finally put an end to the terror.
Police in Los Angeles are hunting for a serial arsonist.
A wave of arson has lit up the night sky.
Overnight, 19 fires were set in Hollywood and West Hollywood.
53 fires in 4 days.
We're talking about more than $1 million in damage, not to mention the danger to innocent people.
A suspect has been charged this afternoon.
Police say that this suspect was arrested after they witnessed him setting a car on fire just a few blocks away.
We're here because of the actions of Reserve Deputy Shervin Lalezary.
I'm so honored to introduce Reserve Deputy Sheriff Shervin Lalezary. Shervin Lalezary.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, hi. Thank you. And how do you feel?
Honestly, I feel relieved. What this suspect was doing, as you were just mentioning, he was terrorizing the community. And during the course of the day, we talked to a lot of citizens in the city of West Hollywood who were just really on edge. You know, any person that they saw around the carport was suspicious, and they were calling 911 and contacting us and saying, you know, hey, you know, it might be him. And you know, I have a lot of friends and family in the area, and they were definitely on heightened alert as well. So, and also for my partners out there who were staying late every night, and also the men and women of the fire department who were staying late every night and running into these homes basically, and making sure everyone was okay and saving lives. The fact that we could kind of just go back to life as normal a little bit, it was just a big relief.
Yeah, well, and to the fire department, to everybody, we say thank you for every day what you do, every single day. Thank you. So you are a reserve deputy sheriff, and I want people to, because my brother-in-law, I talk about my niece Eva all the time. Michael, my brother-in-law, is also a deputy sheriff, and I want people to understand what that means. Tell people what that is.
Right. So the reserve program basically mirrors the full-time program. The only difference is, whereas a regular deputy will come into work at our station 4 times a week, we typically come in once a week or twice a week, basically on our own schedule. So the training takes a little longer, but what we do while we're being trained and what the full-timers teach us as we're being trained is exactly the same.
So it's the same training. You're out there risking your lives, the same as everybody else. Tell everybody your salary.
We get $1 a year.
$1 a year. $1.
$1, and then they
I'm going to give you $2 right now. Keep that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I just doubled your salary right there. All right, so your shift that night was and this was only your 4th time driving solo, right?
Correct.
Because usually you're with a partner.
Right.
And how long have you been doing this? 3 years?
3.5 years.
Okay, because you have to do it a while before you drive solo, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay, so this is only your 4th time driving solo.
Right.
And it happened at 3 in the morning, but your shift it was till 2 in the morning, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, the shift that I worked was 4 p.m. till 2 a.m., but everyone was staying over. The last several days, all the deputies at the station were staying over because everyone had to.
Right.
And that's just the way law enforcement goes. And you know, the men and women who do this full time, they stay over their shift all the time.
Okay, so it's 3 a.m. and you're by yourself, and you had heard about what the van looked like supposedly, and you see what you think is the van. What happens inside when you all of a sudden see that van?
And you know, what happens then is your mind just thinks of tactics. And you just think of what, you know, you're about to initiate a traffic stop, and all of the things that my training officers had told me over the last few years about where to position the vehicle and what you need to do to keep myself safe and do what I had to do next. So
And he pulled over right away?
He did.
Okay. And then you go up and you realize when you're looking at it, it's him. Did you realize when you were looking at him, that's what everyone said he looks like?
Right. And people have asked me that, and because the legal process is kind of just beginning with this, there are just certain things that I can't talk about, and this very well may go to trial.
Okay, so we can't say that if you thought it was him or not. I don't want you to be in trouble at all, and I don't want to jeopardize the trial.
Right.
Whisper it. All right. So.
Right here. Right
okay.
here.
Yeah. I get it. I'll get you in trouble. All right, so you can't say much, and I understand that, and I really don't want you to. We want this to be handled the correct way. Then you had help there, right? You had somebody that was there with you.
Yeah, and one of the beautiful things about law enforcement, I think, is when I activated my lights to pull him over, there was a LAPD unit nearby, and this happens all the time. When one unit sees another unit on a traffic stop or needing anything, they just stop and they get out and they're ready to go. They're ready to do whatever they need to do. So that was the situation here. The LAPD officers saw my overhead lights come on and they pulled up right behind me and got out of their cars. So you're just never alone in law enforcement in a sense, and that was a prime example of that.
Well, that was an amazing moment. I mean, because you could have just turned down any other street. You happened to turn exactly on the right street and see the guy. And I know you don't like to take full credit for it, but you should take credit for it. You're a hero, and we all think you're a hero, and I want you to know that. So I want you to take that in.
Thank you very much.
Because you found the guy.
Thank you. Thank you
stopped
very much.
it. And now, can you say this, or I don't know if this has been released or not. I had heard that inside the van, there was material that looks like he was on his way to. You probably stopped him from setting more fires.
Again, those are things that'll.
And your brother Sean, who is also a deputy sheriff, is in the audience. You got to be so proud of him, huh?
Very proud. Absolutely very proud.
Well, like I said, I can't thank all of you in law enforcement and all the fire department, everything that you do every single day, and risking your lives to save us. We are so grateful. I want to give you a little relaxation. Monograms, who specializes in personalizing vacations, is sending you on a VIP trip for 4 to Australia. Ooh. And you're going to travel the country with a local host. You're going to stay in luxury hotels. You're going to see all the great sights.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And so are you single?
I am single.
All right, well. There's some people here that you might want to meet before that might want to go to Australia with you. All right, there's someone here who wants to say hi. Please welcome the mayor of Los Angeles, everybody.
It was good you didn't say anything.
I didn't push him. I didn't push him.
We don't want him to stay anyway.
I think you want to give him something. Is that right?
I do want to give him something. I'll tell you, we couldn't be prouder for the bravery, the heroism of the Sheriff's Department deputies who were involved, the LAPD officers. There were a couple of hundred investigators working this case, and Shervin, thank you for the work that you did, and you did it for $1 a year. So we really appreciate it.
Budget cuts.
Budget cuts, that's right. Here we go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be right back. Kelly,
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.